Market Group's Managing Director, Michelle Snyder, and Michael Lee, Strategies, Michael Lee. Michelle, listen, I know the reopening names in general are higher, but any of this move today with Airbnb, part of them just doing such a kind gesture? Mike, your thoughts?
Yeah, look, this is a good deed. I don't know that this has any fundamental impact on the stock. I have a general disdain for these woke technocrats, but I got to say this seems like something that actually is going to make a difference and do some good versus a lot of the other nonsense that I'd say they engage in.
All right. Hey, I got to show a headline now. It was on Market Watch last year. It's just one of many stories, in fact, that were vilifying corporations for years of stock buybacks. In fact, for a decade, corporations have bought $5.3 trillion in stock. And of course, that was they were trying to say it contributed to U.S. pandemic failures. Of course, since then, companies are buying back their stock. In fact, the buybacks are coming on strong. And I think it's an amazing thing. Occasionally, there's a disaster like an IBM. But, Mike, I just don't know why so many folks on Wall Street I ask about these buybacks sort of bristle at the notion. If you're going to follow the money, why not follow the buyback money? I think you can make a lot of cash in the stock market. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, so Charles, what I'd say, you'd much rather see capital investment with excess cash from companies or even strategic investment to grow the companies. But what this is, it's a capital return to shareholders, and it's tax-free dividends. Okay, when you're buying back stock, you're not paying it out to shareholders at their individual tax rate. So a better way to think of it is a tax-free dividend. And yeah, when a company that hasn't previously bought back stock comes out and announces they're going to have a massive buyback, like one of our favorites, Target, you can follow them. That is a good sign for management. However, I do think I think the argument of capital investment versus a buyback, you'd rather see capital investment, but I'd much rather see a buyback than the cash just sitting there in the balance sheet.
I mean, Michelle, if we look at some of the most successful stocks out there, these trillion-dollar names, they have bought back so much stock. There's a crazy number with the Apple. I don't want to misspeak here, but some millions of dollars worth of stock every single day. And it just feels like if you just follow them, the Microsofts, the Apples, the Googles, buying back their stock, you could have ridden one heck of a wave. I need your thoughts on crypto. By the way, kudos to you. When they were under pressure, you said stay the course. How far did they go in 20 seconds?
So, Charles, what I would say is, look, the theory behind cryptos, they're either real or they're not. Okay, and if they are real, it's based on central bank money printing. And the thesis behind central bank money printing is the bicycle theory, meaning if you keep printing, you're not going to run into any trouble. So, in the history of cryptos, you get a 50% pullback, and then you get multiples of the new high. So I think much, much higher from here. I don't know if the sky's the limit, but a lot higher.
That's what I like. A lot higher. That's what we want to hear. AMC, GameStop, crypto, to the moon.